What's up, team? It is September 2nd. September is here, and you know what that means. We are adding services this weekend. And we're doing that on the heels of Labor Day, which hopefully you had some downtime. On the heels of Andy delivering an incredible message this past weekend. Way to go, man. It's fun to watch you do part of what God created you to do. And on the heels of Dream Team Night and the energy and excitement and the vision. And it was so much fun sharing that story with Lauren, with you, and seeing everybody laugh. But also seeing the heart of our church come alive. So it was also the kickoff of college football, which cue eye roll for like 30% of you sports ball. And I just bear with me for a second. For me, I enjoy, even though it was painful to see Notre Dame lose, I enjoy sports season. I like the dynamics of it. And I was listening to all of the pregame, chitter chatter of the different coaches. And one of the things that came up is, what does a coach say to a team before a big game? Like number 1 versus number 2 or number 3 Ohio State. Like what does a coach say to pump them up? And I think it was Urban Meyer who said, you don't really have to say a lot. You remind them of what they've done, and you try not to overcook or put too much pressure on them. They're feeling it, and you just let's go play ball. And so I was thinking about this weekend, we're adding services, which for some of you is brand new, like you've never done this. For some of us, it's like what we used to do. It's like there's some excitement and some nerves. And so for those of you adding services that are a part of the teams that are feeling the crunch of this, you've done the work, okay? Expect that things won't go perfectly. That's okay. But let's go play the game. Let's embrace some of the things that we're stepping into, challenges, opportunities, and a big God who's a part of it all. And so we know things aren't going to be perfect, but here's a key. Focusing or getting stuck on should have is not as helpful as getting to next time. That's what's helpful. There's going to be a whole lot of things that we're we should have thought of that. And you're not going to be able to help but give voice to that. Just don't get stuck there. Move to next time. What do we need to do next time? What do we need to learn from this? That's what taking growth personally looks like. And let's respond with each other with patience. We are going to get to enjoy some things this weekend, and we're probably going to feel pressure this weekend too. And on the backside of it, we'll navigate all of that at staff meeting next week and solve all of the problems, I promise. For those of you that are not adding services, I'd encourage you to leverage the excitement of what our church is going through to cast vision to your team and to remind them of our mission. Don't waste this opportunity and be well, we're not changing services, so nothing to say here. You can be isn't it exciting that we're a part of a church that's taking ground? And then use that to cast vision to wherever your team needs to grow or go or celebrate or acknowledge in the season that you're in. You're all leaders. You got to figure out the message that you need in order to help your team get from here to there, influence them forward in their spiritual journey. So if you're not adding services, man, leverage this time to cast some vision. Central team, whether you're feeling the pressure or not feeling the pressure of services, the truth is, wherever you normally attend, I would encourage you to check in with that campus and go, hey, do you need help this weekend? Is there a hole that I can fill? Is there an opportunity that you have that I could just take a little pressure off kids, dream team, somewhere, whatever it is? Man, that would be such a gift. And if your schedule's already maxed, I'm not trying to have you overwork and sweat all weekend, but those are little ways that you can step in and help support our campus teams. And the last thing that I want to remind you is Jesus' last words before he left and the church began. He said, "You will receive power when the Holy Spirit comes upon you, and you will be my witnesses, telling people about me everywhere." Jesus' last words. Power, the power that we need, comes from God's Holy Spirit. We're going to be introducing a song this weekend that is essentially that prayer. God, we need your Spirit. It's that my answer is yes, Holy Spirit. What is it? Where is it that you're inviting me to go next? We get to experience that and participate in being Jesus' witnesses, telling people about him and about how he can help us navigate complicated relationships or some other message that God may want to give through a lobby conversation, an interaction in kids, a worship song that we're going to be singing. Man, let's be humbled and excited that God has said yes to using us. Oh, and one more thing that Jesus said is, I am with you always, even to the end of the age. Like, we're not going into this alone. We're not like, it's not like we're just out on the field and God's the super critical coach on the sideline evaluating every move. Like, he's in it with us and he's pumped. He loves working with his kids to help make heaven more full. Man, what a joy to be a part of that, to be able to celebrate that together, whether you're adding services or not, to see the potential change and to see how God's going to show up in the middle of the unexpected. All of it's going to be great, and I'm so thrilled to be on this journey with you. And so let's keep leaning into the story that God is writing here at Cedar Creek, because the best is yet to come. Love you guys. Can't wait to see what God's going to do this weekend, and we'll see you next week at staff meeting.